I can't fucking do it.
Every time you come around, you ease my mind, you make everything feel fine.
What's up, Chopsters? How we doing? Welcome back to another video. Now, you clicked on this video because you suck at reading just like I do. I myself, by no means, am a professional reader. In fact, I'm trash. I probably read 3 books in my entire life, and 2 of those books have been in the past 2 months because I've recently gotten into reading. How did I pass university, you ask? Well, obviously, I cheated. That's a joke, that's a joke, that's a joke. So let's get into some points of how you can improve your reading if you're not an avid reader or you're not a reader at all. Because if I can get out of it, so can you. So let's get straight into it. Tip number 1. Well, this should be a no-brainer, but read what you enjoy. Find a topic of interest. If you like the topic of dating, get a book on dating. If you like the topic of universities, get a book on universities. If you like non-fiction stories with dragons and shit, read Aragon or read some random Christopher Paolini shit. Who knows? There's so much out there and there's a book written on every single topic. So start with the topic of interest because that will keep you motivated to actually read something that you're interested in, which wouldn't happen on any other hand if you didn't enjoy the topic. If you don't know what you're interested in, I'd suggest starting with some bestsellers. Go on Amazon, ask your reader friends, hey, what should I start with? And they're usually a good place to start where you can get good recommendations, you can see what's in the top 100. Or I'd go on Amazon and YouTube to figure out, hey, what's probably a good option or a good place to start. And that kind of helps me set my trajectory, which is exactly what I did. Alright, tip number 2. Now, if you're scared about those minuscule font sizes, I recommend don't start with Times New Roman 8 in a freaking book and go straight to Calibri font number 16. Because the bigger the font, the more motivated and excited you would probably be to read. Since the small font does get overwhelming, and even I to this day shit myself when I see such small font and so many pages. As a non-reader, that's frightening. But I understand where you're coming from, so start with a bigger font book if you think that will help you. But the goal is to get into reading text on a daily basis. Okay. Tip number 3. Books have pages. They have many pages. And it's your goal to finish those pages with diligence. So how do you do that? To me, 1 page used to seem frightening. Freaking 10 pages? Hell no. I haven't read 10 pages in 10 years. What do you expect me to read 10 pages in 10 minutes? So what I did was, I started on day 1 by reading a page a day. The day I read 1 page, I was so proud of myself. Like, wow, I can't believe I read 1 page of a book. That was shocking to me. But at the same time, 1 page became easy, then it became 2 pages, then it became 5 pages, 10 pages. Now I can do 20 pages to 30 pages with ease every night. But that wouldn't have come if I didn't get over my inhibitions and my random fears that I had beforehand. So if you never read, start with 1 page a day. 1 page a day will get you into the routine of picking up the book and actually opening it and reading something. Once you read 1 page, you know that you will be able to do 2, and it certainly develops like a snowball effect into multiple pages a day. It's like going to the gym or going running. Day 1, just wear your shoes. Get into the habit of wearing your shoes. Then you go run. You run half a mile, you run 1 mile, or you lift 5 pounds, you lift 10 pounds. It's the same with reading. Reading is a muscle. So use that muscle, build that muscle, because it's going to take you forward more than you could ever imagine. Alright, tip number 4. Now keep a reading time. For me, rather than scrolling through your goddamn Instagram or Facebook, Twitter, TikTok every night, or even going on YouTube, keep the tech away. Why not keep a wind down habit before going to bed? Start reading. Then the blue light's not in your face as well, and you have a designated time where you can get in some nice thoughts and you can engage your brain in a way to help you even fall asleep. Now, if you don't want to engage your brain while reading and you think like, hey, I'm not going to be able to do that, then why not do a reading time? Set a reading time at say 2 p.m. or you're going to read these many pages at 4 p.m. or you can read first thing in the morning. It's the same thing as exercise, so set a habit because this is a routine. It's similar to going to the gym, going to run, or even doing your homework. It requires discipline and diligence till it becomes something that you enjoy. Maybe not the homework, screw homework. I assure you that once you get into the habit and you set a time, you'll feel good about yourself and you will not even require a habit at that point because it will become second nature. Alright, the final tip. If you really struggle, use a habit tracker. Habit trackers are a great way to track any habit and to keep you motivated at the end of the day to help you achieve your goals. For example, if you have a goal and you maintain a habit tracker, there's nothing more satisfying than crossing off the habit at the end of the day. So I highly recommend using a habit tracker if you really want to get into reading or really struggle with reading. It feels so freaking good that I crossed off that habit that I had to do and every day feels like a success because I ended it in style with discipline. Now look, all these 5 tips have come together to help me formulate a reading habit, and if it can work for an idiot like me that never read anything in his life, then it could certainly work for you. So try these 5 habits to get into the habit of reading. Reading is such a fruitful habit. There's so much to offer. There's endless wisdom, creativity, and thoughts in writing that you will never get perspectives of anywhere else. So I would highly recommend the habit of reading, and if you're trying to get into it, try some of these tips. I intend to get to 50 to 100 pages a day, and eventually my goal is to hit a book a week. Reading certainly has given me a lot of value, and I hope it will give you some too. So get into the habit and comment down below if you've started it or you're getting into the habit as well. And why don't you keep a habit down below in the comments and comment on a page you have read every day or multiple pages, and we can track our habits together and become great readers down the line. I hope this video is valuable and you're going to become an avid reader just like I intend to do so in my life. And I'll see you in the next one.
I get
Happy
those
reading.
goosebumps every time, yeah. You come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything